Hello everyone and welcome to DANSnation. Today I would like to have a break of movies and talk to you about a big problem that is happening in Colombia. The fight of the students for resources to the educational sector. The students are fighting for 10 points or objectives, but today I want to talk about some specific things. The big problem of Colombia is the big gap between Colombian society. It is an economic gap that affects the education. The education in Colombia is divided in two, the public education and the private education. The existence of private education, people are managing the education as an enterprise, not as a fundamental right. And this situation not only happened in this sector but also in general talking about government. It's sad. The division between private and public education made possible the creation of entities like the ICETEX and the programs like Serpilopaga. The purpose of those monsters is to financing the education process of low-income students, but at the end those students will have a giant debt. Also, the money to financing is provided by the state, so in conclusion, the money that must go to the education is being dragged to the ICETEX and Serpilopaga just to make money. They don't care about the students. We are fighting for what belongs to us. It isn't fair and it is a hard situation. My name is Nicolas Pinto, a National University student, and I'm not a terrorist. Please think and reflect about this situation and don't believe what the media says. Caracol TV.
Hello guys, this is Dance Culture, and for the first time this section will turn into dance gaming to bring you two hidden jewels that I bet you didn't know. The first one is a classic platform game, because we all love pixels. This is Fez, a game that doesn't stop surprising and delighting you from beginning to end in the most creative and ingenious ways, testing your reactions, your intellect, your creativity, your observation skills, and above all, your patience. Everything as a whole gives shape to a challenge so rich at all levels and so suitable for all kinds of expectations that I dare to say that I would be surprised if someone tried this game and resisted playing it for at least a few phases. Fez's argument is very simple. We control Gomez, a nice two-dimensional creature that lives quietly in his two-dimensional village. However, one day a large golden cube with the character of a deity descends from heaven and reveals to Gomez the existence of the third dimension. Our protagonist receives from the mysterious cube a fez that once put allows him to change his perspective to discover the hidden faces of his world. However, something goes wrong in the process and the golden cube disintegrates, generating a terrible instability in the universe of Gomez that threatens to destroy it. That's when Gomez, accompanied by his guide and fellow Point, decides to embark on the adventure of recomposing the great hexahedron, whose fragments have been scattered throughout the known world. This game joined 2D and 3D mechanics to conform a mind-blowing adventure in addition to the musical rhythm that interacts also with the environment.
Now we are going to tell you some scientific facts that you probably didn't know. I am sure that most of you have heard of string theory, a theory that might be the nearest explanation for everything that exists in the universe.
What if I reverse the process all the way back to see what happened at the beginning of time itself?
As the theory is very complex, we will only explain a brief summary of the principal idea that some people don't fully understand. First, there is not just one string theory. String theory is a theoretical framework that consists of 5 models of the theory. Here, one of the essential elements is the string, something very small that creates the different elemental particles we know, depending on how it vibrates. You can think it's like a musical instrument. Anyway, most of the string theory models need at least 9 dimensions to work out, and this is because it is only with that number of dimensions that gravity can work perfectly at quantum levels. Although it is only a theory, it is very strong because it must work out, and that's why scientists are still expecting to get results with it.
This and voila.
We said that there are more than one model for the string theory. Well, there are dualities between these models that lead us to more possible answers about the universe.
The foundational idea in string theory that the whole universe may be a hologram.
What do you mean?
This consists in the idea that what happens in our universe with our specific laws can be explained based on what occurs in another universe with one less dimension, and with different laws for that universe.
In 3 dimensions may really just be information on a surface located at the farthest reaches of our cosmos.
Some scientists believe that just as a 2-dimensional image can be projected as a 3-dimensional image, the universe with one more dimension can be a projection from the universe with one less dimension. So what would you think if our lives are just a projection of something else in a different universe?
Our universe is doomed! Doomed!
Hello everyone, I think you think that in the world there are thousands and thousands of islands, and it is practically impossible to know them all. But today I will tell you some interesting and incredible facts that probably you don't know about islands in the world. First, Tristan da Cunha is the most remote inhabited island in the world. The archipelago is lying 2,000 kilometers from the nearest inhabited island. It is located in the middle of South Atlantic Ocean, and every month a boat goes there with medicine, food, books and other provisions. Other interesting thing is that in the island live about 300 people in a small city called Edinburgh of the Seven Seas, and all people are family. Only have 8 surnames in the island. Well, the city of Apia in the island of Upolu in Samoa is the first city in the world that celebrates the New Year, while other Samoa, the American Samoa, is the last inhabited island that celebrates the New Year. In Philippines, there is an island called Luzon that is famous because there is a lake in the crater of the Taal volcano. This lake is the largest lake in the world on an island. Inside this lake, there is another island within another lake that also has an island inside, Volcano Point. It is very crazy because it's an island within an island within an island within an island. Surprisingly, the island with the highest density of population in the world is located in Colombia. Santa Cruz del Islote has an area of 12 hectares and a population of 1,247 people, 103 people per hectare. Finally, I recommend visiting a beautiful island with incredible landscapes and where you can dive and navigate in its clear waters, among other activities like swimming. But the island has a funny name, Pee Islands. Well, that's all for today, and remember, every place is an adventure.
Guys, don't forget to subscribe, it's free.